Hello, this is our TGfU presentation by Taylar Clifford, Hannah Renaud, Teodora Mitrevska, and Darby McManus.
Hello, our first game we're going to be discussing with you is called Team Throw 2.0, and it's a skill-based game targeted to pass through levels based on an increase in difficulty, which is all dependent on skill acquisition. The fitness component of our game is cardiovascular endurance, and our game skills include throwing over and underhand, reaction time, blocking, speed, and agility. This game is targeted for grade 3, and our TGfU game category would be invasion territory and target games. This game fosters the skill of both throwing overhand and underhand, as well as working collaboratively with a team. Future next steps for this game we could engage in could be baseball, as we also would need to be practicing throwing over and underhand and working collaboratively as a team. The main goal or objective of this game is to get one team to work in collaboration to have all members on one side of the gym. Our game, Team Throw 2.0, hits a variety of curriculum expectations. To list them, we have B 3.1, C 1.3, C 1.4, C 1.5, C 2.1, as well as C 2.2. Some success criteria and look fors that we have here would be teamwork. We're looking for positive words and collaboration. We're also looking for a complete progression of throwing over and underhand. And this is a very important one right here, the ability to catch at least 3 tosses. If students are not catching at least 3 tosses, we need to pause the game, take a step back, and reevaluate why. We need to build their skills up so they can increase through the levels. We're looking for the ability to defend and block passes from the other team, as well as excellent sportsmanship with a focus on safety. Our game is made up on modifications and differentiation as we're trying to increase through the levels based on an increase in difficulty. Level 2 consists of students on mats with the same objective, but they're trying to get onto the mats. Level 3 would be the same, but this is strictly based on safety and maturity level of the classroom, and this is where students will advance to benches. Further increases of difficulty could be having students initially start horizontally across the gym, and if this is too easy, we could have them advance to vertically across the gym. We could also use smaller sized balls as they would be harder to catch. We could create more teams rather than just 2, so there's more action happening around the gym. We could also decrease the ball amount from 10 to 8 and make our way down to 5. If we needed to decrease the difficulty in our game, we could begin using larger sized balls, stay playing horizontally before increasing the difficulty to vertically, and have more than one student as the initial catcher. In terms of safety, we want to make sure all students walk into the gym with proper footwear. A good way to check this is as students are walking in their line, looking at their feet and making sure all students are able to participate. We want to have no loose jewelry or accessories. Hair must be in a ponytail and out of the player's face. When throwing the ball, students are not to target at someone's face. They're trying to catch the ball, not injure someone else. Students must be aware of their surroundings and incoming balls at all times. Students must be aware of the boundaries, and if there's any water spill, all gameplay must be paused immediately so the spill can be cleaned up so we can avoid injury. We are going to need about 10 gator skin balls to start. As we move into level 2 and difficulty increases, we're going to need our mats. And as we move into level 3, based on the maturity level of our students, we're going to incorporate our benches. I like to make sure that I have my speaker in the gym because I'm not a fan of whistles as they hurt my ears. So I'm going to make sure the students are aware that when the music stops, all activity and gameplay stops and they are back to their home base. When music continues, gameplay is on. Here are a few basic rules for our game. Rule number 1, when the music begins, as does gameplay, and if the music stops, students stop and return to the team's home base. Rule number 2 is that there's a designated throwing space. This is in the middle of the gym, not outside of the out-of-bounds zone. Rule number 3, when a student has their ball caught, they are not able to be eliminated. They are to step into the out-of-bounds zone and make their way to their team to be a catcher. When the game is over, the team with members left in the playing zone must congratulate the other team. This is their motivation for the next round in order to do better. Number 5, if the educators think the students are ready for level 2, increase difficulty, and while setting up, have teams discuss new strategy and make sure everyone's voice is heard. And lastly, before commencing to a next level, have a group reflection and address any concerns from students, if any. To begin our Team Throw 2.0 game, we will be running 3 laps around the gym and going through our daily stretching routine in order to begin for the warm up. The students will then sit on the gym floor and wait for further instruction. Once all the students are quiet and listening, we will discuss the safety expectations for this game, like wearing proper footwear, not targeting the ball at students' faces, and awareness of surroundings. Team Throw 2.0 is a game that uses the entire space of the gym. It is set up using 5 gator skin balls and, in more advanced versions, a mat or benches. Students will be split up into 2 teams by the teacher, and the 5 balls will be placed in the middle of the gym. A designated student nominated by the team will go to the opposite end of the gym and stand on the line, mat, or bench, depending on the skill level. At the sound of the whistle, students on either team will rush to obtain a ball and throw the balls across the gym to their teammate on the other side in the designated area. The object of the game is to have the person standing on the line, mat, or bench catch the balls thrown to them. Once a ball is caught by the student in this area, the student who threw the ball gets to go and join the other student in this designated area. Whichever team gets all of the players onto the line, mat, or bench first wins.
Hello everyone, so game number 2 is called Beanbag Marks the Spot. The game objective for this activity is for a group of 3 members to work together in collaboration to collect all color coordinated beanbags while moving their hula hoops to the other side of the gym. This game is a level-based gym, so as gradual modifications will be made to increase difficulty as skills get developed. The grade level this activity is for is grade 2, and the game category is territory and individual pursuit while working in groups. They have skills in regards to throwing overhand, moving the hula hoops, reaction time, coordination, speed, agility, and moving objects. Some fitness components involve cardiovascular endurance, coordination, and muscular strength. There are a variety of curriculum expectations listed below that are involved in this activity. The success criteria and look fors in this game is teamwork. So there want to be positive vocalization to teammates to foster collaboration. We also want to see complete progression of movement of a hula hoop above the head with the collaboration of peers. The ability to collect at least 1 to 2 beanbags per student so they can either catch them or carry them to bring them across the gym, as well as the ability to move around the gym simultaneously with others. As discussed, there are 3 different levels of the game, and this comes with modifications. So increasing the difficulty, when we look at level 2, students will now collect colored beanbags that they are assigned to in a straight line, and they will have the same objective of getting to the other side of the gym. However, they will be collecting their assigned beanbags. Level 3 will be a little bit more difficult, where students will now collect their colored beanbags, but it will be scattered across the room. Again, keeping the same objective of moving their hula hoops, but not being allowed to go out of their hula hoops. To further increase difficulty, students will be able to add extra beanbags, add another hula hoop to each group, and even change the size of the hula hoops, having small, medium, and large. If we were looking to decrease the difficulty, we could make the group smaller, place less beanbags on the gym floor, and allow students to collect any color of beanbags. When we're discussing safety, it's important to have all students wearing proper footwear, so no flip-flops or boots, but gym shoes, to have no loose jewelry or accessories. Their hair must be put in a ponytail or pulled back out of their face. When they're throwing and grabbing the beanbags, it's important to remind them to not have the target be at someone's face, and students must be aware of their surrounding and the boundaries as well.
For the equipment needed for this game, they need hula hoops with the colors specified as green, yellow, red, and blue, as well as beanbags in correspondence with those hula hoop colors.
The rules for this game is very straightforward. The teacher counts down 3, 2, 1, and the students start the game. The game continues until everyone has reached the other side of the gym. There's a designed space for students to use and travel to get to the other side of the gym. For the first level, that is going in a straight line. Students will lift one hula hoop at a time using different strategies to get to the other side of the gym. However, they are not allowed to step out of their hula hoop. When the game is over, all the students will bring the hula hoops back to the other side of the gym and reset the game. If the educator thinks the students are ready, they're going to move on to a difficult level, and that will be level 2. These games go up to level 3.
This diagram portrays the first level of our game. The students will all stand in their assigned colors on the first hula hoop. They will then work as a team to maneuver the second hula hoop in front of them and stand inside it. This will allow them to travel to the end of the gym. This level is similar to our first level. The students will be using the same motions to reach the end of the gym. However, this time they have to pick up beanbags. This is level 3 of our game where it gets a little bit difficult. This time the beanbags are scattered across the gym floor. The students must find their corresponding color to their hula hoop and pick up the beanbag before returning
These
to
next
the end
few
of the gym.
diagrams
Portray the students attempting to reach the end of the gym by simultaneously collecting the corresponding color for their hula hoop. They are able to reach the end of the gym only when they have collected all 3 beanbags. This diagram portrays the yellow team and the blue team at the finish line. The red team and the green team still have one more beanbag to go before they complete the task.
Thank you for listening, and let's get physically active, folks.